those words have been thrown around a lot, but I haven't actually heard it in our workplace at all.
No.
So I think we need to we should really start focusing on it.
It's very good to give a name to a thing that is a definite change of focus. So I think what's great is that learner experience design focuses very specifically on the experience of the learner, as opposed to what it's traditionally been, which is on the focus has been on either technology in search of a solution. We've got this cool thing and we want our learners to use it. There's also the other thing of actually businesses caring more, businesses and organisations in the general sense, of saying we know what learners need, without actually getting that feedback loop from learners themselves to actually constantly validate that you are doing more good than harm.
So learner experience design is a fairly new concept to me, although I guess it's bringing together two familiar ideas, one of which is user experience design, and I think that's been quite well established for the last 20 years, and certainly in my roles at Wiz, we've been thinking a lot about UX, and I guess it combines that with instructional design, or at least elements of it, and it's really about how we can sort of bring those two together to afford learners the best possible experience from a learning point of view, so not just from a usability point of view, not just from the point of view of getting them addicted to our learning products, but actually putting learning at the heart of the experience.
I think previously we used to think of this idea of, you go to primary school, you go to high school, you go to university or further education, and then you get into the workplace, and when we're living to up to 100 and beyond, that's just not going to cut it anymore, especially as we kind of upskill to go into different professions or careers over our lifetime. So how can learner experience design help to support a learner throughout, from the cradle to the grave, in a way that's impactful and not just about getting a degree and you've got a piece of paper and that will exist from early 20s till when you move on.
I think students are looking for a more fun way of actually approaching learning, a more collaborative way of approaching learning, and I think the learner experience design is a way to incorporate both of those things in a successful way that's not necessarily dictated by an institution, but actually more a shared growth experience.
I understand it as the learner as the center, but it's a kind of an abstract concept because we don't really apply it in class. I don't think
How does that work in practice?
I don't really think I do it. I put into practice. So here I'm learning practically how to do it.
Historically, educational products were sort of built and then delivered, and then learners used them. And we advocate at ELT Jam a move towards a sort of iterative approach to product development. So realizing that you're not going to be right first time, but you need to really understand your learners as well as you can in order to then conceptualize this product or service. And then when you deliver that, that's not the end of it. You need to keep on observing how learners use it, what the benefits of it are, and maybe what some of the weaknesses are, and then how you can improve those to sort of keep moving towards a good or as good a learner experience as you can. Understand the learner and understand them as deeply as you can. Think about the different elements that need to combine in order to provide an effective and ideally enjoyable experience for the learner, and then realize that you're not going to be right first time and that you need to iterate and improve on that, including the learner's views and their thoughts in that process as well, so that you gradually iterate towards a more an even better experience.
I think we need learner experience design as a process that engages teachers, it engages technologists, and it engages designers, and above all else it engages learners.